the show where I forgot what fucking, I think they were doing the Peanuts theme song. They were doing some fucking cover song.
Yeah.
And there's a little lead at the beginning, and he's standing with his back to the audience. And the actual guitarist playing the lead is in the dark. And he's making it look like he's playing the lead, but he's not. Because as he turns around, the lead's still going, and then he's back in the bass position. He's doing nothing. But he wanted people to think he was a lot more than he was. But no, he's talking. Stinks.
All right. So I was just watching. I didn't watch this episode yet this week. So I was watching it this afternoon, prepping for the show today. And this made me laugh out loud. So a super chat comes in and says, all right, John, can you even play the guitar without staring at your hand?
He's got a guitar tuner and he still can't tune it. But watch this. This is amazing. Amazing talent. Since 1984, he's been playing guitar. He must have improved over the years, I bet.
And where you're putting your fingers.
That makes sense. A day to play guitar without looking at the neck.
He's like, I got this.
Okay.
I mean, that could have gone better. And this is the thing. I was actually texting with Earl David Reed, EDR, the other day. And he's been watching all this stuff and keeping up. And I said, if you wrote John as a character in a book or a movie, it would be terrible. It'd be a terrible character because it's so cartoonish. You're like, well, he can't just always be an evil buffoon. There has to be most people have redeeming qualities. There has to be some nuance to this. And John really is a character that, like, everything he does is wrong and stupid and evil and awful. You're just like, well, you can't possibly be all cocky and confident playing his guitar without looking at it and then completely miss every note. Like, yeah, and yet, here we are.
So you're saying he's two-dimensional?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Do you by any chance have the clip where he went through the do, re, mi?
I don't.
Oh.
Why was he going through do, re, mi?
He was, I don't know what he was doing. He goes, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And he goes, do is A. Re is B. C is, or Ray is, like, he's got so confused. He got to, like, C on the scale and just walked away from it. He's like, you know the rest.
Sounds like somebody's writing their own curriculum again. This should be good.
Right. Boom. Sounds like he's teaching children music.
Yeah.
He's going through do, re, mi. Cardiff, what would me be if you start on A and you're doing do, re, mi? What note?
Q.
C.
Motherfucker.
Could have bought a vowel, dude.
All right, so he's going to tune his guitar now. He's pretending that was what the problem was, and he's going to try this again, playing without looking.
So now he's going to tune it. It's going to be perfect.
All right.
Almost got it.
Going drop D? What are we doing? Okay.
Drop Q.
All right.
Snap.
Here we go. Here we go, guys.
Oh,
Play it again.
I fell out of my chair upstairs.
no. You got to bring that back.
Yeah, all right.
Oh my God.
Because I'm listening to each other, like, okay, yeah.
Mensa genius, genetically superior, musician, writer, genius.
All right, we should be able to play a chord. Sounds right.
It's literally, it would have been, the only thing would have been better if all the strings broke on that one strum at the same time. Which is what
Hear
it
the
sounded
neighbor's
like.
dog hollowing.
The only thing he's good at is popping beer tops.
I'm blind. That actually happened in this movie, One Too Many. Which I don't want to bring that up around Cardiff. He gets very upset. We talk about that movie.
That's since the war.
Here it comes. He looks at his hand. He gets his hand in the right place, and he looks at the camera like, I got this. Chris, we gotta get this chord on your board.
Okay.
Oh.
Every time a joke falls flat.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't even go to the fourth fret and then compare each string to each other. Basic tuning.
That's the
That's
drop.
replacing the Letterman. Boom.
Yes. Replacing the car crash on Opie and Anthony.
Right.
Holy shit. That's the new thing right there. All right. Let me play another clip here. Remember, John once said he was a better guitarist than me. I think he'll say it right now if you ask him, which is extremely offensive to me. It's one of the ways he'll offend me is with that kind of shit. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, if you haven't seen this yet, try to guess the song that he's playing. Any guesses?
Yeah, based on his new job, Wheels on the Bus. I think. No?
All right, that's a good guess. Producer Chris?
I got nothing, man. I have no idea what that is.
It's a song that we all know very well. We've probably heard it in the last week or two. Played all the time. Jenny, any thoughts?
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Cardiff, do you know what this
I
is?
do. I do remember what it was, but it took me a while. Even when I knew, I didn't know.
Yes, this is
It's
amazing.
not Rage Against the Machine, is it?
No, good guess. Good guess.
I really got you going.
Oh, my
I
God.
got you so you can't sleep at night.
You really got me.
Motherfucker!
It's not even possible to play something that bad.
Right.
I can't even imagine.
Hold on.
What about? Let's see if Cardiff can pull this off. Hey, that sounds like that.
I mean, yeah, it's still shit, but god damn it, that was horrible. Mother, do you think I can play this song? The members only chat. So I just don't think he wants to buy memberships for all his soccer.
Right.
hats.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great.
Fun and I'm not up to date on the latest. I did hear that they were going to get him some car, but
Who's they?
yeah, I don't know. I know I'm not involved. My name's Bennett. I ain't in it, dog. I ain't buying nobody a car.
Levy and OJ.
Oh, okay.
I think
OJ
they're
and
doing a
Levy are-
fundraiser, a fundraising stream to buy Joey a car.
All right.
KJ, she's the best. $50 through the super tip system, so we get to keep most of it. Thank you. John is the worst enemy to his family. There's no one on the internet who's worse to John's family than John. He doesn't give a fuck about them. And he wants to get KB involved, so that KB starts going after his family as well. He's trying to get everyone to talk about his trans son and talk about his kids. I mean, this was proven because when John had that attorney for a minute, and the attorney called me and Bob and Shuli, and we all said, yeah, he's saying shit about our families and blah, blah, blah. And the attorney's like, well, he is? What? And he told John to stop doing that. And the result of that was there was no longer pictures of Osa. Did I say pictures? Pictures of Osa. God damn it.
All right.
On Uncle Rico's show. And the family stuff went away.
Yeah.
Because John goes, I'm not talking about families anymore. It's like, we don't want to talk about family either. We want to make fun of you. And that happened. So John knows that if he stops bringing up family, no one's going to talk about his family. Let's bring it back to the podcasters involved in this. And that's why it's proof. John wants people talking about his family because he knows that gets more drama and he doesn't give a fuck about them. He'd rather read a $2 super chat insulting his trans son than actually have a connection with his son and try to be a good father.
Or maybe because he doesn't have a connection with his son, he's like, well, I might as well capitalize on that.
Yeah. I mean, that's the reason why we've gotten to this point, but he might be thinking that way.
It's one of my favorite clips from the Kate tapes is when he's telling her, and he's drunk, so his guard is down, right?
Yep.
So more honesty is flowing out of him along with all the other fluids. And he goes, I know exactly what I'm doing, Kate. And he's talking about Brent, and he says, this doesn't get to me, he says, but I'm going to let it get to me so I can keep doing this thing and drum up business. And he knows that we all know Performative John. We all know when he gets loud and starts pointing his finger that he's doing a show.
Yep.
For somebody, it used to be Kate, when he would go after Melton and he'd sit there and he'd put on a show for her. Now, he's doing it probably for Vince. He's doing it for whoever's feeding him the information. Beer sales Jerry, All of a sudden, John's on a soapbox about anti-Semitism. He's got Rob over there with a fucking big Jew nose on, and he's going, how can you be friends with Kumia? And
Right.
his buddy Jerry's like, you tell him, boss. Like, all these fucking idiots are retarded. And he's a total phony. You can send any clip of any show that talks about John to his family. None of them will hurt or bother them more than the shit that John has said himself.
Right.
Whether on his show, in phone calls, whatever. That's blood. You're fucking talking like that about your blood. Like, shame on you, dude.
That's the
There's no
truth.
coming back from that.
That's the truth. I said one time on one show that Lily looks like Baba Booey is her father.
Right.
And John has repeated that names are. I wouldn't care. I don't know what Brennan's kids' names are. I don't know what Shuey's kids' names are. I don't care.
Why would you?
Right. I don't give a
Nobody
shit.
in the